We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio. It's the IE's home for sports. KPWK AM 1350, Riverside, San Bernardino, an iHeartRadio station.
This is Rumble in Town for BlackSportsOnline.com, and I'm out here with Fox 1350.
We are Fox Sports.
Yes, we are live. Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside, the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriffs. It is Fox Sports Radio. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. And make sure you follow us on FoxSports1350.com for sure. Live radio, man.
Hey, break bread with Ed.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, he's up here. He's up here. You know, he's holding on to the social media platform and stuff like that. But folks, how you guys doing out here in the great city of the Riverside, San Bernardino? We are out here again live at the iHeartRadio studios, and one of the great things that we're excited about. Last night I was on the field. It's getting close to the conclusion of high school football, or at least league play. And last night, there was a league championship game. And I know it's not even the last week. However, there was a league championship game last night that we attended, and that was the new school, only been around for 3 years, Orange Vista, and they were taking on JW North, and that was at Orange Vista. A brand new field, Coach B. The field was just built in September, so it's very, very, very new. Real nice field, and they just didn't decorate it. You know, Orange Vista, they came out to play, and they really put it on North. Took North out early. However, North does have some bright spots. They have a young running back who is a freshman, and this kid is a true bounce. You know, I think the second or third play of the game came out and just took an 80-yard run back, broke like 2 tackles, and took one to the house. So North does have something to be excited about. I know the North Huskies faithful haven't had a lot to root for in recent months, but I'm sure they're going to be happy with. You know, they have a new coach over there, Coach Brown. You know, he's a Riverside guy. Initially, he was from he coached over at Poly, but they brought him back to North, and so you know they should be expecting some big things. But again, big shout out to the Orange Vista. I want to say they're the Coyotes, and really great showing last night. They have a lot to be excited about.
And that's good stuff. You think about it, they're a brand new team, and they just came out there, and it's one of the brothers, one of the Zamalt brothers.
The Zamalt brothers, yes. It's the older brother, actually. And then I want to give a shout out, too, because some of my guys were out there coaching, some former Ramona and North alumni, actually, which is kind of crazy. But my guy, Donovan Morton, he's one of the quarterback coaches out there. So big shout out to him, a Ramona alumni. And his brother, Damian Morton, who is actually a North alumni, is out there. He is the receivers coach. So there's a lot of alumni going on out there.
And they are the Coyotes.
Yes.
So they are the Orange Vista Coyotes. So they went out there and got that win. So that's good for them, man. And that's something so it's already decided the league. So when you look at Orange Vista, I'm looking at their schedule right now. They are a impressive 4-0 in league, and they're 8-1 overall. And it looks like their only loss came to El Monte. So, and that was 20-14. And that team, I don't even think they have seniors yet.
No, they do have a couple seniors now.
Okay, so they have seniors now.
Yes, they do. Cause like the running back, there was undersized running back, but really skilled and talented. He is one of their seniors. And so yeah, no, they have a staff, but like again, they're decorated. They're only really decorated with seniors. The bulk of the team is sophomores and juniors.
So this is it looks like only their second year
with a football team.
A football team.
Yes.
And they're already winning league.
Yeah, again, we talked about it last night when we were on the field. Again, good coaching. You get kids coached up the right way, and you can start to see things happen. And again, the Zamalt brothers have already shown that ability. They've already won CIF ones already. So this is a coaching staff, who is experienced, and they came in there with a really thorough system. So it was exciting to see that.
Right. So they're 8-1 overall, like I said, and it looks like JW North, they're going to end at 4-5. So when you look at that game, the final score in the game, well, like you said, they kind of put it on them. It was 56-14 in that game. And then they still have one more game to go. So next week they will be at Canyon Springs.
Correct.
Taking them on. And then JW North, of course, they have another game as well when I take a look at their roster. So JW North will finish their schedule at Poly. And that's a big game.
It really is a big game, and there's a lot of folks that are anticipating that. Even though, again, like the records, both schools' records, at least for this particular season, isn't as good as I'm sure that the schools had wanted to. But again, that's still will be an exciting game. Two traditional Riverside schools going at it next week. So again, that'll be Riverside North taking on Riverside Poly next week.
Right. So that's a good one. So on that one, and I know Ramona had a big game as well.
Ramona did have a big game, and we're going to pull up these scores here in a quick second. But one thing I wanted to talk about before we got to the scores, and we're all going to make sure we get to these scores here shortly. We are in the midst of producing our, I don't know what we call that, but it's the print magazine. This will be the the third year?
Coach B presents. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, do you want me to fall back and kind of let you introduce it?
No. It's all good, man. That's my thing. We are the journalists.
Yes. Yes. And again, as you said, taking it back to traditional journalism, and again, as you said, we are going to be really excited about this. We are going to be next week. We'll have the print magazine, IE Sportsnet, the magazine, print magazine. One of the teams featured in it is Notre Dame, Riverside Notre Dame, and we've been trying to get these guys on for a while, but really excited. Coach Aaron's up there, Coach Aaron from Servite, and his first year working with the Titans. So really, they're excited over there. They have a senior receiver out there who is like really as good as advertised. They had Yale and UCLA looking at him. And, anytime the Yale's looking at you, the academics are a really big deal.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things we talked about when you think about Notre Dame. And that's what we talked about, the Inland Valley Honors. And I'm pretty excited about that. That's coming up, not the honors. I'm sorry. The Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame Football Award.
Right.
And we're already going to send that out and start sending it to people. So that will happen in January. It's going to happen around the time that we do the Inland Valley Hall of Fame Football Classic. So that's coming up. And then we have the Riverside Sheriff's game coming. And then I'm excited. I don't know if we announced this last week or not, but we have the coach for the 215, which is the small schools game. We have the coach selected for the San Bernardino side. We're still working on the Riverside side. So we should have that information soon. So we will keep you posted on that for sure. We'll talk about that poll. I think we have to do a better job of making sure we let all the people know about the poll.
Yes, we do. And as you mentioned, the poll comes out every Monday. So the poll, and it's one of those things where, when you look at it, it's the usual suspects. The top three schools. When you look at it, it's it kind of comes down to Centennial, Upland, and then you have like schools like Cajon, Oak Hills. I mean, there's some very competitive schools that are out there that are listed. But again, like I said, if you guys ever want to get up to the minute scores, or you want to get information about what's going on in the Inland Empire in terms of sports, you can always log on to IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com.
Absolutely. Speaking of polls, man, I know it's college, but you see Georgia took one loss. They went from number 2 all the way to number 8.
Yeah. Well,
that is a huge slip.
Well, what it is right now that and I know we're kind of skipping around a little bit, but yeah, that college poll is very, very competitive right now. So you're going to see that.
I think what it is, that's a personal thing. They don't want 2 SEC teams in the playoffs. So I think that's what that is. They just bounced them right up out of there. So, we're coming up to about the 8-minute mark. Time to take that first commercial break. Today is just us, man. Yes. We had some things because we talked about this off air. It was a crazy 2 weeks. A lot of these coaches and their seasons were kind of like upside down.
Right.
So it's all good. We'll still make it work.
Yeah. So we'll talk. So we have a lot to talk about. Again, we're gonna we come back. We have some breaking news about the Agua Caliente Clippers. We'll
be out there next week.
Yes, that's next week. We're really excited about that. It will be media day for the Agua Caliente Clippers. So we'll kind of.
And then speaking of that, not to cut you off, today is the draft. I just realized today is their draft, but we didn't get the memo. They sent it in the press release. If you have it in your email,
okay.
Today is the draft.
So we have to make sure we reference that.
Absolutely.
And then they had their president's club, the chairman's club, excuse me.
Right.
They had that yesterday. So big shout out to the Agua Caliente Clippers. But like I said, when we come back, we'll talk about the IE Sportsnet, the magazine, a little bit more, and then also we'll talk about the scores And again, if you guys ever want to get up-to-the-minute scores, you can do that by logging on to IE Sportsnet, iesportsnet.com.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's take a commercial break. You're listening to IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. Live on Fox Sports, 1350.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Prodexa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Prodexa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Prodexa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our Four Seasons sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle ScoreSports. That's ScoreSports.
Hey, football fans, leave the Hail Marys for the game and go for the sure thing when it comes to satisfying your craving. When you pick up Raising Cane's for game day, all you have to worry about is the score, because we've got the food covered with fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers, cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Our chicken fingers are always hand-battered and cooked to order, so no matter the score, you'll always win. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day, and our chicken is hand-battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Love in the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
What's up, world? This is your favorite comic, Tony Rock. And you're checking out Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports.
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios with IE Sportsnet connected. Actually, we are protected by the Riverside Sheriff. It is eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here on Fox Sports 1350. Rest in peace to Eric Wright.
No doubt. We I guess we're getting extra come to California today. But no, we make sure we want to thank everybody for tuning in. And as we said, if you guys ever want to get up to the minute scores, you can visit us at IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com. And as you said, Coach B, a lot of games. Wow, what a crazy week in football. We've been talking about this. I got to make sure we give a big shout out. My man just hit us, and I got to, our people are tuned in, and I got to give a big shout out to my man Theo Matthews, the Riverside Ramily.
You know what? Speaking of that, I'm glad you mentioned him because Theo, if he's listening, we got to get the kids in. I know their season is starting to. Maybe we do a day we get because it's 6 teams, right?
Yeah, and with Theo, we told him to come up in the studio.
Right. Theo did his day. He came and guest hosted one day. He I did my part.
Right.
He's like, that day I had time.
Yeah, he did. And he was sitting there, it's like, yo, Eterna, anytime you want to go to Cancun again, and let me come up in here, I'm very qualified to do so.
Right.
But no, yeah, we definitely want to get the Ramily in. As we were saying, we're really.
The magazine looks good, Theo.
Hey, look, the magazine is ready. I know I told Theo we were going to email him last night. Theo, my apologies. It was a late night football.
Man. Come on. And
I do have a partner, right?
His wife's name again?
LaTanya.
You know what? We were talking about this. The layout with all the kids' quotes.
Yes.
It looks really good, man.
Yeah, we're excited about that.
At first, I didn't see it, but now.
You're talking about stuff nobody knows what you're talking about. Okay,
right.
so listen.
I'm talking Theo right now, man. Come on now.
There's a whole world listening to it.
It's just me and Theo right now.
So go ahead, describe what you're talking about, brother.
No, you got it, man.
It's your world, man.
No, you big and bad.
You got it.
No, so we're talking about the layout in IE Sportsnet, the magazine, and it's quotes for every kid that's in the magazine. It's really slick. I'm a journalist guy, and sometimes I know you're a video production guy. So sometimes when I have ideas,
I'm a marketeer. Video is just one of the things that I do. I'm sorry, you were saying?
Okay. As I was saying, I know you're into video and all that stuff. So that's your thing. So journalism is my thing. And I remember when she first pitched the idea, because I was like, yeah, we get our writer out there, do a story. She's like, no.
Yeah.
We want to do a quote from every kid. I didn't see it.
Right.
But I tell you, when you see the magazine, we should have the print issue shortly. And it has a quote from every kid in the chapter. And then we have team pictures. Felicia, who came out and shot it for us, appreciate that. I mean, it really looks good. And the cover, it's a really good shot. I know Felicia shot that.
Yes, she did. And I got a chance.
Good one.
Well. No,
I like last year's cover too.
No, it's all good. No, we're not tripping, man. No, Felicia does a really good job. I've got a chance to correspond with her. Told her, we have a very, very skilled staff that works with us. A big shout out to our guy Mark Chapman. Our production people are just really, really extremely helpful. So we want to make sure we always shout them out. But yeah, no, the magazine looks great. Again, some of the two of the features that are in the magazine are the Notre Dame Titans. It's a real nice write-up by our staff writer Patty LaBella. And don't get her. It's not Patty LaBelle, but Patty LaBella.
Right.
And Patty LaBella, our staff writer, really, really talented staff writer. She did a great write-up on Notre Dame High School. And then initially, as you were stating, normally we would do our featured story is with another feature of the magazine is the Riverside Rams. And traditionally, we would do a story with them. But to your point, their staff decided to do some quotes in there with the kids. And, and for me, I just do what they say. Hey,
right.
They give me the stuff. I just go ahead and do it. But I was pleasantly surprised as well. I thought all the quotes were really nice. Again, basically what the quotes was, basically, hey, what were your goals for the season?
Uh-huh.
What did you like about football? And, and it's always interesting to hear what kids say. And so, I guess Coach B is going to read some of the quots, but yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just looking. I'm just taking a look,
I thought you were about to do some scripture. I thought you about to quote some scripture real quick. But yeah, so all the kids are saying in there, and they even have a nice write-up in there with the cheer. So all the young ladies that are in there, young ladies from 5 all the way up to 11 are in there, and they just kind of give their quotes what they like about cheer. So it's really, really, really nice. And then also we have a write-up with Edewanda football. And some other great things in there in terms of which is one of our bigger features in the magazine is our Reader's Choice. So, again, we're talking about the IE Sportsnet, the magazine. Will be coming out really, really soon. Again, it's going to be the Riverside Rams, Edewanda football, as well as Notre Dame High School.
Right. And, I'll go ahead and throw one in there. When you look at it, you look at these kids, and I really love it. Abraham Almeza.
Okay.
He's 8 years old, and he said, I like to hit.
I saw a lot of that in there. So
right.
So the Rams have a lot of kids that enjoy hitting. So I'm sure the coaching staff is excited to know that. But yeah, no, we're really excited about that. That'll be coming out soon, so we'll make sure we keep everybody abreast about that as well. As we were saying, what's going on as the week started, there were this week in particular was kind of crazy in the football world in the Inland Empire because a lot of football games were stopped short last week due to lightning storms. And so some teams that didn't play actually, some teams that played and didn't finish their game actually ended up resuming those games on Saturday. And the other teams that didn't actually play the games ended up playing on Monday. So there was a few teams this week that actually had 2 games in a week. Again, not even a week. They had a game on Monday and had to come back, had a game on Friday.
And that's hard in high school.
It's very, very difficult in high school. So I think it was a really good thing that I think a couple of these teams were in a position where they could put their JV team in there early if needed. So that's always something good. But yeah, in terms of scores, something that we want to make sure we put out there, Aquinas is just rolling. Aquinas came out. They beat Notre Dame. They've just really kind of like.
Well, it's Linfield. They just got that win over.
What I'm saying is they beat Notre Dame because that was like the big. That's like the big game. Riverside against San Bernardino.
They call it the Holy War.
The Holy War.
Yes.
And so they we had Notre Dame in before that game, and Notre Dame was excited about playing them. However, Aquinas came out big, and then Aquinas comes last week and knocks off the undefeated Linfield Lions. And now they're just back there rolling again. I mean, big time win against Arrowhead Christian. So 43-0. Aquinas is just really, really rolling this year. We'll have to make sure we get them back in studio.
And that's a big game because the good thing about Aquinas and Notre Dame playing this year, Notre Dame is in the Sun Belt. They were in the Ambassador. They got bounced out, but they kept that game because it's such a big rivalry game.
It really is. Yeah, certainly. It's a big-time game.
Notre Dame does not play Linfield anymore. And they're and go figure, they're both in Riverside County.
Yeah, that's kind of that's the way they're doing the something has to happen with that league because there's leagues where there's 3 teams, 4 teams. Like, come on,
right.
So at any rate, another big game. Again, you can find all this information on IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com. Another big game was the battle of the High Desert, Oak Hills, and Serrano. Now, back in the day, Serrano just ran the table.
They owned the High Desert.
They owned it. So you didn't say Serrano was synonymous with High Desert football.
Indeed.
However, recently you've seen things kind of like the changing of the guard. So Oak Hills, has had a dynamic season, and what you're seeing from them, 24-0, took down the Diamondbacks in a real tough game, a league game. And so Oak Hills is just really, really rolling. So big shout out to Oak Hills getting the job done.
And one thing that I like about it, to kind of segue in it, when you get IE Sportsnet, the print magazine, did we talk about that today?
I think we have.
Okay, a little bit. Okay, third issue?
Third issue.
Okay, 3 years strong. So
the fall edition, 3 years straight.
Okay, just making sure. So
you can say straight if you want.
There you go.
If you want to kind of keep it a little native.
And if you want to talk a little bit about that, you talked about Oak Hills. So the number 4 player in the IESportsnet.com top players is from Oak Hills.
Hey.
His name is Jason Rodriguez. He's offensive tackle. Jason Rodriguez is a 6'6". This kid's in high school.
Yeah.
He's 6'6", 301-pound offensive tackle from Hesperia.
Hey,
that kid is huge.
I don't want to get hit on him, let alone him falling on top of me.
Could you imagine?
Oh.
And I think about that.
We saw the kid. We saw him. We actually covered that. We had their game on Fox Sports Radio when they took on Etowanda.
Right, and I think about that when you have running backs. Like one of my favorite running backs that ever played the game was Ward Dunn. And when you have linemen like that, you'll get 2 or 3 of them, even quarterbacks.
Yes.
Quarterbacks are frail. When you have 2 or 3 of them just fall on you, that's difficult. So while we do that, let's go ahead. Do we have see if we can get some scores from our kids that are in the league. Well, I know right here. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. So as you were saying, one of the features in the magazine that we're kind of talking about in terms of scores is the number 1 player in the IE Sportsnet Top 5 poll is none other than Jaden Daniels from Cajon, and Cajon had a huge game against a very, very thorough Ukaipa team. And
I don't have their score. Do you have it?
I have it right here.
Okay.
And so they've been going back and forth for quite a while, but Cajon came out, put up 56 points. Jaden Daniels is really, really just kind of taking over in terms of quarterbacking for the Inland Empire. So you have Cajon 56, and they took down the Ukaipa Thunderbirds 34. So really, really big-time scoring. Not a lot of defense, but scoring was at a plus. And another game that we have to talk about because, these guys, I don't know what's going on here, but Upland, and we're talking about baseline league, had a tough game against Chino Hills. Now, I've been
Chino Hills is 5-2.
I've been hearing a lot about Chino Hills. Okay.
Yes.
And I've been, they have a quarterback. I know a gentleman that I know. He's actually coaching the quarterback, so he said the quarterback skill. But what they're really excited about is they have a running back, and they said the running back is as good as advertised. So they had a very competitive game against Upland, 32-42. So barely won, and then so that now they have a huge game next week. So they'll be taking on Etiwanda. And you'll be able to listen to that right here live on Fox Sports Radio AM 1350. We'll have that game for you. Chino Hills will take on Etiwanda next week. But again, last night, huge game. Upland, 42, Chino Hills, 32 in baseline league play.
And while you're at it, there's a kid that plays at Upland.
Yes, there are.
He's in that top 5.
And we saw Mr. Cameron Davis, and he's
number 3.
Yeah, he's number 3 in our top 5 poll. He skipped around, man, for, I think when he played against Etiwanda, he had about 100, about $150 against the Eagles.
And they only played 2 quarters.
They only played 2 quarters, so
yes.
That just kind of let you know how real that kid is.
What about that play? The sickest play I ever saw where a kid they were squared up, and he just sidestepped him, and the kid fell. That was Barry Sanders-esque.
Yeah,
and then
he's a talented running back. No question about that. You were saying, excuse me.
And then we had another big game last night. And you know what? I'm going to give the scores of the kids that are in our poll. So last night, Hank Bachmere, who was number 2 in the IE Sportsnet.
Big time arm.
He's in the IE Sportsnet top 5 players for the class of 2019. Last night, they had a loss last night against Marietta Mesa, 48-46. So number 1 we said was Jalen Daniels. Number 2 was Hank Bachmeier. Number 3 was Cameron Davis. Number 4 was Jason Rodriguez. And then number 5 is another guy and we can talk about him as well. He's out of Cajon as well, and that's going to be Darren Jones. They call him Jonesy.
Jonesy, yes.
Yes.
6'8" kid, and and again, I've got a chance to see him play live. The kid is legit. And again, anytime you're 6'8", I mean, you're gonna the average DB you're gonna play against is maybe 5'11", 6 feet.
The last guy that was that big was Too Tall, right?
Too Tall what?
Ed Too Tall. I mean, a football player that big.
But I'm talking about a receiver.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, I mean,
because you don't get 6'8" football players.
Yeah, well, Jason Witten's 6'8". I mean,
is he?
Oh yeah, there's guys that are 6'8".
Okay, I know Ed Too Tall Jones was about that.
Oh yeah,
big.
guaranteed, no question about that. But
I'm surprised you didn't start sweating when I started talking about.
Hey, Too Tall's my man. Don't get it twisted. Ed Too Tall's my guy. No, don't that's if we don't know, we talking about watch Police Academy. But anyway, but yeah, no. So Jonesy is a big time receiver, a huge target. And again, he's one of Jalen Daniels' favorite targets. Plays really big for Cajon. So again, as you said, that's another big time receiver that you see there. So
absolutely. So just to recap once again, we're excited about this, and this is another thing that we've done every year. We do the top 5 players, the 2019 top 5 players. And the thing about our poll is we actually see these kids. Some people disagree with what we do, but we actually see these kids. I remember that one year, like when we had our poll, and we had Centennial number 1 in the poll, and they were like 0-4 or 0-3 one year.
Yeah.
And people were like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" But they were playing some real talent.
Right. And
so we get it.
The same thing applies here. So you're gonna have kids that are really playing some big time football, and we've seen that. So we're excited about that.
Absolutely. So we're excited about that. Another thing that I like about the magazine. Have we talked about the magazine today?
I don't know.
Okay. So another thing I like about the magazine, it was the Inland Valley Year in Review. I know you're big on pictures and photographs, so we have some great pictures there. We have our coach Esposito, and then our coach, now he's at Steinberg. So Steinberg is in there as well. He's now at Beaumont, correct?
He is at Beaumont.
He's at Beaumont, so he's in our Year in Review.
And I mean, when you talk about us, I drove by that campus the other day. It's we were actually
you were in Beaumont?
I was going out to where was I going? I was going somewhere far. But yeah, anyway, I drove past there. So they have a legit campus. Real nice campus out there, and they're doing some big things. So big shout out to those guys out there, man.
Right. Another element of the story that and you just talked about it. Etiwanda had a tough loss last night against Damien. So we have.
They lost?
Yeah. You didn't? I thought you said the Damien. Yeah, Etiwanda did lose to Damien last night.
Oh, so that takes away that game for Chino Hills then.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they lost to Damien last night. I think it was 22-29. They lost last night. But the one thing about Etiwanda, and we've been accused of being homers, but it is what it is Etiwanda has a lot of, like, their starting quarterback is a sophomore. You know,
True.
a lot of the kids on that team are underclassmen. They don't have a lot of seniors.
True.
And then Bitterman's been hobbled a lot this year.
Yeah, he has. He really, and again, when you talk about Bitterman, Bitterman's a big, and we're talking about the Etiwanda Eagles. Bitterman is their big-time possession receiver, and he's their deep threat as well. So, you know, when he's not available, that's somebody who, you know, when you have a sophomore quarterback, they kind of create comfort zones when they're that early. And so he has a really, you can see they have a comfort, they have a chemistry there with him and Bitterman. So anytime Bitterman's out, the offense really, really struggles. So, and like I said, they're still young, so I'm sure Coach Davis will get those guys coached up. They have a big-time game against Chino Hill, so we'll see what happens.
Right, absolutely. We're at the 30-minute mark. Let's take a commercial break. We'll come back. Before we go, one last thing I want to talk about on the magazine. One thing I want to say thank you to our coach, Dr. Jonathan Price, even though, you know, everybody can't be perfect. He's a Raiders fan. Everybody can't be perfect. But I want to say thank you to him because we were going to do our golf tournament and some things came up, our schedules that we had with the Clippers. It just didn't work, and we had to postpone it. So we're going to do it next spring. We will bring it back. But I want to appreciate Dr. Price. He was one of the first people to pay and register and do his thing. And I said, hey, Coach, you want me to shoot you a refund? He said, no. Just go ahead and throw me an ad in the magazine. So second year in a row. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. G. Holler is a Raiders fan. He has to play. That's the Raiders music.
I don't even know if they really, I mean, the Raiders fans right now, do you really want to do that? I mean,
right.
Jesus.
So what are you, the Los Angeles Raiders, the Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, the
Southern
Henderson
California.
Raiders, the Nevada Raiders?
Oh, God. You can see them starting to get a little emotional. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. I know right now they're a little sensitive, so just leave that whole thing alone right now. But no, to our Raider fans out there, we got tissue.
Right. The rebuilding Raiders. Okay, there you go.
Well, they rebuilding last year too, I think.
Right.
Last 5 years kind of rebuilding.
AH Chiropractic. I don't want to upset Dr. Price.
Right, exactly.
He's gonna be like Drake in his feelings.
Yeah.
You know. So
he gonna want his money back.
Right. So they're giving exceptional care catered toward the sports athlete. Dr. Jonathan Price. Give him a phone call if you need to at 909-480-1796 or visit him on the web a-hchiropractic.com. He's located at 9681 Business Center Drive, Suite A, Rancho Cucamonga, 91730. You know what's the funny thing? Is Brandy actually worked in that exact suite when she was working for the trucking company, because we went over there one day. She was like, that's exactly where she worked, in that exact same suite.
That is correct.
So it's a small world. So
it is.
So you know, not to cut you off, but you know, when I went over there and I think I talked to him, he said, "Hey man, have your wife call me." I'm like, okay, all right. You know, because he's a
real casual.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I can put my hands on your wife.
Yeah, you know, have your boo call me. You know, that's like that's an uncomfortable feeling when someone says that. You know?
And especially when you talk about Dr. Jonathan Price, he's not a small guy.
Yeah, 6'3".
6'3".
You know,
on Husky.
He's a doctor.
And he says he likes to put his hands on people. So,
right,
I mean, anytime 6'3", 250, hands on people.
Because you know, the doctor, the way my check-in is set up, you know,
exactly.
I can't compete with you.
Exactly, right.
But it's all good. You ready to take that commercial break?
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and do this. You're listening to IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association. I am the one and only Coach B. My bad, I was walking away from the mic. Man, I was about to do my Bobby Brown. You know?
He left the mic. I'm like, Bobby, where you going, Bobby? And eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle ScoreSports. That's ScoreSports.
Hey, football fans, leave the Hail Marys for the game and go for the sure thing when it comes to satisfying your craving. When you pick up Raising Cane's for game day, all you have to worry about is the score, because we've got the food covered with fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers, cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Our chicken fingers are always hand-battered and cooked to order, so no matter the score, you'll always win. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day, and our chicken is hand-battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Love the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
This is Rob Town from BlackSportsOnline.com, and I'm out here with Fox 1350.
We are Fox Sports.
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. Make sure to check us out on FoxSports1350.com. You know, before we get into anything, big ups to Mr. Masson. He called me the other day. He asked if we were going to go to the Linfield Aquinas game, the game that got postponed. So he called me. So
because he had time.
Yeah, he's enjoying the retired life.
Yeah, he over there, cigars and cognac.
Yeah, former president of the Riverside Sheriff's Association. He was instrumental in us getting that game off the ground. I tell you, I know I told the story before, but the first time I met him, I was very intimidated. He had the poker face on. I said, you know, my record's clean. I haven't done anything, sir. I'm good to go. You know, so but it was funny. But Mr. Masson, he poker face. You know?
Oh yeah, him and I actually had a talk with the guy who was our glue that made that happen. Our guy Val Graham had a talk with him yesterday, so he's really excited about what
How's Val doing?
Val's doing great. So he's doing really, really good. It's always good when you talk to people who are excited about your progress. You don't get a chance to hear that much.
He's another guy when we first met with him 5 years ago.
I know. You walk out of there. He was like,
I was looking at you. Yeah, I was looking at you. You said that was your man.
Yeah, he was grilling us. He was giving us like some real live training. So
yes.
You know what I mean, but before we start, I got to make sure my family, my cousins got some birthdays. So I gotta get some rundown, because otherwise I'll get blasted on social media, and I already got enough extra. So big shout out to my cousin Alicia Kirkwood. It's her birthday, and another big shout out to my cousin Nikki Green. It's her birthday. Mm-hmm. So happy birthday to my fam. Much love.
There you go. And then I'm going to look up my cousin LeVar Arrington. I'm going to see what his birthday is. We're not related. We just share our last name.
Right.
But it's all good, man.
I'm sure he's excited to know that.
I know he's like, who are you again?
Right,
no,
right,
but
right.
I always follow the Arringtons in the league, but it's all good, man. There's no relation. And then
go ahead, please.
One thing that I also like, I'm going to iesportsnet.com,
yes,
which I'm excited about. And this is one thing we got to make mention of. And I just had we were texting back and forth. Ginger over at Cal State University San Bernardino, she was really excited about the video that you were able to put together for the 12th Annual Disability Sports Festival. She said, put it on your calendar, October 5th, 2019. So she already gave us the date.
She already got a date already.
She already got the date.
That means that she got a very good response. And like as the Coach B was saying, you guys can find that information from the Disability Sports Festival on IESportsNet, IESportsNet.com. Really excited about that.
Yes, it is. So they liked us. They want us to come back. So we're excited about that. Like we said, today is the actual draft for the NBA G League. The Agua Caliente Clippers are out. The reason they're called the Agua Caliente Clippers is because their charter founding sponsor is the Agua Caliente Band of Mission Indians in the casino, and they helped to get that off the ground. One thing I'm excited about, and we talked about this off air, is, wait a minute, G Holla, can we get a moment of silence? I just want to get a moment of silence. That's for the JBL. So the moment of silence because the G League just announced something that is, G Holla had to put the crickets. So breaking news per ESPN, and we put this actually on our Twitter.
We did.
The G League is to offer $120K to elite prospects as an alternate to the one and done. So, maybe that was shots fired, but if I had a choice to play in the NBA G League or the JBL, I know it's a tough choice, but
so ultimately, what's happening is, what's happening is you see that the NBA is really gearing up and wanting to confront that bit of competition that they saw in the last NBA season, where you saw LeVar Ball kind of generate a basically an alternative to college, as well as the NBA G League, and you could, and to me, I kind of saw this kind of happening already last year.
You talked about this. You talked about this for a while. I'll give you credit on that.
So I knew that there was going to be what would happen was this would kind of like really jump the NBA or propel the NBA into a situation where they had to start to kind of confront the one and done situation. So again, big shout out to the NBA G League, understanding the environment, and they stepped up and they made a big offer to folks, and now folks are going to be able to come in there and make money.
And you know what?
Playing
the
basketball.
Response from LeVar Ball about the G League doing this, it is stay in your lane. So that's what he said. Stay in your lane. So that's going to be huge, and that's good for us because we're the on-air personalities for who?
The Agua Caliente Clippers, and I got to make sure
of Ontario. You got to say the whole name
of the great city of Ontario.
Yes, sir.
And real quick, we got to make sure we put this out there. We're excited about this. It's really, really big time news. The Agua Caliente Clippers will kick off their 2018-2019 season opening night. I want to make sure I put this out there. Opening night will be Sunday, November 4th. Let me count. Hold on. You said one more time.
15 days.
15 Count them
days.
now. Count them. Sunday, November 4th at 3 p.m. Doors will open. Coach B, 3 p.m.
Well, it says on there that the first 1,500 fans in the arena will receive an opening night T-shirt. I would say the first 1,498.
Because we got those other two.
Yeah, we got to get the first two.
So we're excited about that. So again, Sunday, November 4th will be at the Citizens Business Bank Arena. We will take on when I say we, the Agua Caliente Clippers of Ontario will take on the Oklahoma City Blue.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be big time. And if for folks who want to get more information, you can visit the Clippers at Agua Caliente.
No, it's ACClippers.com. ACClippers.com. So they do the old. You remember our guy that was there last year? I went through that whole list. So it's ACClippers.com.
Yes. Yeah, fantastic. There we go. Nice and easy. So, again, opening night for the Agua Caliente Clippers. This is the NBA G League. We'll kick off in Ontario at Citizens Business Bank Arena on Sunday, November 4th at 3 p.m. And another note, real quick, because I have to make sure I announce this. Theo put this on Facebook, and I guess I imagine he wants us to make an announcement. This is huge news for our Ramley fans, our Riverside Rams. They are going back
to Cali?
Back back
to Cali
to Ramona.
Okay.
High School.
Wait, you put a little extra on that.
Yes.
I think you got a little more excited about that.
Well,
than
because it's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of controversy, and there's been a lot of little stuff going on. But the Rams came up out of this, and we are very, very excited about this. Again, this big time announcement. The Riverside Rams will now be, they're back at Ramona High School where they belong.
And you have that song, I'm Coming Home. I mean, I don't remember who sang that song. It was a LeBron thing they used. But there's history there because the Riverside Rams are named the Rams because of Ramona, correct?
Correct. So yeah, because it's always been a situation where the Rams have this traditionally are supposed to be a feeder team to the Ramona High School football team. However, that's been going lately. But we're trying to get that tradition back. If we have anything to do it or say about it, and again, we're really excited about that. Just to want to make sure we put that out there that the Riverside Rams will be competing. Matter of fact, I'm sure the Ramily is already outside now. They got they out there
chalk.
Right, they got the chalk. They out there barbecuing the tofu cheeseburgers. And it's really going down.
Beef. And one thing about it, speaking of that.
Whoa, man.
Speaking of that, so the Rams had their pool party. I wasn't able to make it, but I did see it on Instagram. They do a lot of stuff that's family oriented. And
they do.
Yesterday I was in the Didino, and I had a chance to go to Raising Cane's San Bernardino.
Hey, which one are we going to out there in San Bernardino? I don't even know which one.
It's only one in San Bernardino.
Oh, we're gonna do that. What?
You said which one are we going to do in San Bernardino? There's only one in San Bernardino.
I mean, you kind of put me out there. Like
a little bit.
Yeah. Thank you, Holla. I appreciate that.
That's right. You don't eat chicken.
I do not.
Yeah. So I would say yesterday I was there and I had to do this thing that these millennials do. I had to FaceTime my daughter, had to show her where I was at, and she said, "Dad, if you don't bring me some Raising Cane's home, maybe you shouldn't come back home." So I got my daughter. So I want to thank the Riverside Rams. They introduced us to Raising Cane's because the night they had the premiere night. And this is how I know my kids like something, because they didn't want to go. We live in Fontana. It was all the way in Riverside. And my kids were complaining. And as soon as they sat down and started eating, they didn't say a word.
Wow.
So that's how I knew they loved them some Raising Cane's. So it's chicken, not on the bone.
But like I said,
so
which is
thank you to Raising Cane's.
I'll kind of backstep off of that because that's weirdo.com status.
Says the black guy who doesn't eat chicken.
Exactly. I mean, or the black guy that doesn't eat chicken on a bone.
That's me. And you know what's weird? Because when I first went there, man, you gotta have the sauce. You gotta have barbecue sauce. So when I first went there, they said they don't have barbecue sauce. I was like, what?
Exactly. That is a little.
And then they had the secret sauce. I was like, oh, this is a small slice of heaven. So it was good stuff.
Did they tell you what they sprinkle in that?
They do not. It's like the other place from Kentucky. Like, I'm not going to say their name.
There you go.
It's like their secret.
Yes,
it's like their secret
ingredient that they kind of shuffle
up. And as a matter
there.
of fact, they said only certain people at the restaurant know how to do all that stuff.
Ooh.
So it's one of those things.
You got to get certified to make the mix.
Right. So we'll be there. You got the 2 dates.
Yes. So real quick, we got to make sure we.
The Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame is giving out food.
So one of the things we always try to do is we got to make sure we're kind of getting into the season of giving back, the season of giving. And here at IE Sportsnet, the Inland Valley Classic, our nonprofit organization, we always try to make sure that we are contributing to folks that are less fortunate. And we've been able to partner up with Raising Cane's, and we're really excited about that. We're going to be feeding some families we have 2 dates. So we will be feeding families that are a little bit less fortunate, that may not be able to have anything for the holidays. We're going to be feeding families on the 17th at the Riverside location, and that Raising Cane's location is on La Sierra and Magnolia. That will start at 10 a.m. We're really excited about that. Then on the 19th, which is Monday, we will be at the San Bernardino location. Coach B, that's where?
That's going to be in San Bernardino. It's right off of Hospitality and Tippecanoe, right off the freeway. This is how you know Raising Cane's, they're starting to get like Starbucks. You know how people, when you build a restaurant and whatnot, you want to be in a shopping center because you want to get that foot traffic? No, that Raising Cane's is by itself.
Yes.
Right off the freeway, and you can see it. And that's how you know how dominant they've become. They came here and just start opening up locations left and right. So it's going to be good stuff. You know what? One thing Turner, I don't want to change the topic.
Please.
But I'm on the LA Clippers website, and I see they have a picture here of Ralph Lawler. They have his bio. Do we need to talk to the Aguas and say?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because on Media Day, Excuse me. I had to let me clear my throat. Kick it over here, baby pop. Media Day will be going down. Myself, young Coach B will be zooted and suited.
Oh, BJ's going to be there?
Oh.
Because I'm not young Coach B no more, man. My 30s, I love. My 40s, not so much.
Well, I mean, if you want me to call you old Coach B, I mean, I have no problem
That's
with that.
what my back feels. I feel like old Coach B.
You feel like old school Coach B.
Right.
So we will be, we're really excited about that. Again, we are the voice of the Agua Caliente Clippers.
Of Ontario.
And we will be on hand for Media Day. Really exciting time that's going to be on Thursday, correct?
Yes, the 25th. October 25th. It's going to be a TIFF. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's in Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah.
So we'd love to give. I just thought about this. They're going to let us control the media guy?
Oh.
So.
I forgot about that.
Okay. All right. It's okay.
So that means, that's okay. But yeah. Oh, are we going to do that?
I'm going to get my Prince for You picture going.
That you who?
The Prince for You picture.
Oh, jeez. I don't even. I don't even want to know. Like, thank you. I appreciate that.
If you're a real Prince fan, you know what that means,
Jesus
man.
Christ, this guy. But no, it's going down. Today is Saturday. For folks, there are a couple games happening today. When I say a couple games, some Inland Empire High School games. So if you want to get those scores, you can visit IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com. Volleyball season, is coming up to a wrap. And you know what that means? That means the Inland Valley Classic will be hosting its.
I had to show Ed the Prince album cover.
We'll be hosting its
I thought I was about to get one like that.
San Bernardino County All-Star Game in November. So for all the coaches that are out there, all the volleyball players out there, the young ladies, make sure you contact your coaches. Let them know to put you on that roster. We're going to be completing that roster very, very soon. Again, it's going to be the San Bernardino County Inland Valley Classic. This is going to be the fourth year in a row we've done that already? Or
yes. For football?
For volleyball.
Volleyball, yes. I think it's the third because the basketball's the oldest.
Right.
So I believe is this going to be the fifth year of basketball?
Yeah, so if it's the fifth year of basketball, it's
so this is the fourth year.
Yeah,
wow, we've been doing this a while.
Yes, we have. So we're really excited about that. Again, we are the only volleyball all-star.
Got the Prince in the background. Watch out now.
Coach B may come out the shirt.
Right? Well, when I lost weight 3 years ago, I would have, but now not so much. Not so much, man. Angel.
I don't know.
Was it Delgado?
Delgado, yes.
I'm excited about that. Not the cut, but the Agua Caliente Clippers just made a trade, got a new player to the team, so we got to get used to that name.
Well, Angel Delgado's not a hard name to pronounce.
Well, for you it isn't. For you it isn't. I mean, just so people know, when I do play-by-play for the Agua Caliente Clippers and for the high school game of the week, and it's funny because Eternal will come in and just pronounce a name like nothing. But with me, I got to do phonetics. I sound like it's hooked on phonics. And you just easily say a name, and I just don't get it.
Well, again, my man.
It's Compton Unified School District Education.
Right. For folks who want to follow us and you want to make sure we could stay tuned and continue the story, or find out about anything that we have going on, you always can follow us at IE Sportsnet. We're available on Instagram, Twitter, and the Book of Faces. You just type in facebook.com/IE Sportsnet. Boom.
And one more thing I'm excited about, I don't think we talked about it today, is the IE Sportsnet, the magazine. It'll be printed. It'll be done soon. What I'm excited about, again, is the Reader's Choice.
We're not going to give the names of the winners.
No, we're not going to give the winners.
We're going to give the
categories. I'm excited about it. We have some people that are coming through with a vengeance. So this year, this will be the third year we do it.
Yes.
The Reader's Choice Awards, what we do is we put and I know you're probably thinking to yourself, how do you have readers on a radio show? Because we send it out and we do a print magazine. So the people who look at it and read it are readers.
Hey.
So we have Best Gym. We're going to have Best CrossFit, Best MMA, Best Pilates, Best Sports Bar, Best Nutrition Shop, Best Physical Therapy, and Best Cryogenics.
Cryogenics.
There you go. Best Yoga. And then we're going to have the best, it's like sports. It's a different level gym, because when you think of gym, you think of 24-hour fitness, but it's going to be like gyms that can give you training, like the winter circles
CrossFit,
and the EM Speed.
stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
we're going to do those.
So we're excited about that. And again, for folks that have already voted already, we really appreciate that. A lot of folks took time out of their day. They went to IESportsnet.com and went out there and voted. So we have the votes are already in. We've already selected the winner. So there's no need to start trying to vote now. We already got the vote. The votes are already been.
Well, we haven't gone to print yet, you know. So
Well,
if you want to go to that website.
I mean, if you want to go to the website.
Go to IEsportsnet.com.
And have your folks blow it up.
Don't be cruel.
Hey. Don't,
in the words of Bobby.
Don't be. Don't be, baby. But yeah, so we get. Oh, I had to have a moment of silence real quick. We had.
Well, for Bobby Brown's career?
Well, we have some youngsters in here that don't really respect Bobby, my prerogative, Gumby Brown.
That's that's my grandparents' music.
Yeah, well, respect Bobby Brown.
Put respect on it.
Respect on it. But yeah.
Very first record I ever bought in my life was Popcorn Love, new edition to 45.
Ooh.
That was the very first record I ever bought in my life. So,
no doubt.
Little history about me.
Hell, I mean,
and they're probably thinking, what is a 45? But it's all good. It's all good.
It's not a weapon.
It was like the size of a record. It was a mini record. So I love my 45s, man. Is that? No, that's not it. That's not it. But it's all good. But you know, speaking of that, so I walked into Target yesterday. They have records for sale, vinyl.
Well, I have. Big shout out to baby girl. She actually bought me a record. Let me tell you about what my record player has. So it fits into a suitcase. It's like a little suitcase joint. And it's digital. I can plug it into my computer.
Uh-huh.
So it's like the real.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
It's wicked. So I can almost sit it right here, plug it into my computer, and I can get with it. If I had like DJ skills, I've always wanted to be like Jazzy Jeff or something like that and scratch it and cut it.
Well, I got the autograph record at home. It's DJ Quick Sweet Black. So it's a really good record. So I have it. It's at home. So it's autographed. If anybody, Google it and you can get the rest of the title. So we got youngsters that listen to the show.
Yeah, we do. I was about to say, okay. Now you talk about me all the time. This guy. Oh my goodness. We've been all over the place today, but again, thank you guys so much for listening. Again, we today will be crazy. This week is going to be big time for us again because in just a little bit we are going to have the Agua Caliente Clippers. We'll be taking the court soon. So this week on Thursday, we'll be there for the media day. So you guys will be able to kind of see us in our glory and all our splendor.
Yes.
Myself and Coach B, we will be taking on the sportscasting responsibilities.
Yeah, if our interns can come out that Thursday, what time? It's from 4 to 7? 4 to 7, correct?
I was doing my check on the interns right now.
Okay, this guy, okay. Yeah, if we could do 4 to 7, it'll be all good. If you guys can come out, you can see greatness. I mean, how they respect me when I show up.
When I come in, there's generally a little smoke.
Oh, this guy.
The smoke kind of comes in. It's a light show, and then I just kind of come sliding out. I kind of do almost like Morris Day in the time, you know.
Well, when I come, they usually put my voice on the jumbotron.
Oh wow, you know what?
And then keep stuffing from downtown Ontario.
Well, you keep on talking like that. I'm gonna be talking over you this time.
You did last year. I see you were like Drake. You got up in your feelings. I'm sitting here talking, and you made sure you got in my highlights.
Well, because I noticed how they doing the highlights now, and I got to make sure that they get my golden voice on there.
Yeah, I'm sitting here talking. Yeah, they're coming up, they're dribbling, and then he just jumps in like this dude. If you don't calm down, Bobby.
They don't see me up there. Ralph is trying to upstage me. But no, we're excited about that. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hey, real quick today, if you guys are out there in the great city of Riverside, make sure you visit Ramona High School. You want to see some great youth football. The Riverside Rams are back. Back over there. And again, I had the pleasure of going out there visiting the great campus of Orange Vista, brand new stadium out there. Big shout out to Orange Vista, really doing well out there. I want to make sure I give a big shout out to Coach Zamot.
Right. And shout out to the Notre Dame.
Yes.
One thing we liked about that, because we appreciate them, they let us, the conversation started. What was our guy, Coach Ship?
Yes.
Coach Ship connected us with Notre Dame, and we used that new practice field they have, which is beautiful.
Great.
So we started the conversation, had a good conversation with them, and when we were doing our magazine, we were thinking of a program that we could feature and we could do, and we really haven't gotten to the Riverside market. We did Etiwanda the first year. We did Temecula the second year. But you think Riverside, San Bernardino, you got to get one of those. So we're really appreciative that they allowed us to come out and do that with them. So Notre Dame, great story. Like you said, Patty did an amazing story, a great story on Etiwanda as well. So good stuff. And I like the year in review. So it just shows the totality of all the stuff that we're doing. If you want to see what we're doing, make sure you go to IEsportsnet.com. That's IEsportsnet.com or go to FoxSports1350.com and you can see a picture of yours truly.
And young, every little step I take as well.
Big shots to the Rams. Like I said, last year when I dropped off the magazines, I asked somebody for directions. They were like, "You're the radio guy." I was like, "Indeed."
Oh. You can see me. You can see me through the airwaves.
Right.
But again, thank you guys so much.
Radio.
Thanks everybody for listening. Coach B, let's get out of here.
Let's do this. Thank you so much for listening to IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association. I am Coach B.
And yes, I am Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. Live on Fox Sports 1350. Big shout out to all the interns, Francisco, Kiana, and my main man, Young Cam.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com.